Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
We're just a rambunctious couple in love that loves reacting to some RWBY.
Yes, we do.
So this is RWBY Volume 6, Episode number 9. You can check out our playlist. We got all of our reactions to RWBY down below in the description of this video. And you can also get early ad-free access. You can get a month ahead on Patreon. There's a link for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay close, move fast. The darkness cannot last. No hope, no path. But we got a dream to catch, and we cannot wait. Trust the way we're made. The sparrow's born to fly. The mountain tower.
Hope we get back to some, Neapolitan. She was cool.
I hate being kept in the dark like this.
Yeah, Cinder was a pain, but at least she kept us filled in.
Can I ask you something?
You're gonna.
Why did you come with us? The night Cinder and I found you.
Why are you asking?
Just answer the question.
Just made sense.
It made sense.
All my life, my father trained me to be a killer, an assassin like him. And then moments after I killed him, you two showed up looking for someone with my exact skills. Just felt like it was meant to be.
That's it?
Hey, what's your problem?
I mean, there has to be something you want from this,
Let's say,
right?
because she's got a better reason.
Salem's promised us everything. We win this thing for her, we'll be top dogs in her new world. What more do you want?
Cinder was the only family I ever had. She cared about me, taught me things. But without her here, I don't know if what we're doing...
Wake up already. Cinder doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about either of us.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You're in denial. And if you're gonna start having a crisis of
You're a
identity
dick.
or some crap, get me out of it.
Yeah, kick his ass.
I'm sorry you didn't have a mommy that loved you, but I had a father who hated me. He never went easy on me. Every day of training was a beating. And when I unlocked my semblance, he stole it with his. This is a crutch. This makes you weak. He told me I could have it back when I was strong. So I got strong. But I never got it back. I've had to work harder than anyone to get where I am. You may not like it here without Cinder, but I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
You're about to be on your ass.
Oh, yes, the world is mean, and I'm a big bad man now, just like the others.
How long have you been standing there?
All you ever learned was pain and violence, and now you're too afraid to leave it. Such a tragedy.
You don't know me.
Good.
Hey!
Shh, 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 shh. I want to tell you both a little secret. Your question is all wrong.
What?
What do you want from this? Children, please. If you're not loving what you're doing, then you're in the wrong field.
So what? Are you saying we should just leave?
Oh, no. You can't do that.
Then what did you come here for?
To say farewell. There's been a change in plans. Her Grace must act swiftly if we are to prevail. If General Ironwood comes to his senses and calls upon aid from Vacuo, all may be lost for us. And so the good doctor and I are being sent to Atlas to prepare.
Prepare for what?
Tyrion! It's time.
Do
For an
what
invasion.
makes you happy, children. Please. I'm begging you.
Oscar!
That was interesting.
The city's enormous. He could have gone anywhere. This is all my fault. I overreacted.
I still don't really understand what happened. Was it about the mission?
It's kind of hard to talk about.
I know. Top secret. Did he do something wrong?
No,
He did nothing wrong.
he didn't. We just got some new information, and it's going to be a lot harder than we thought.
I mean, if it was easy, then it wouldn't be important, right?
I think we're all just a bit unsure of what to do next.
You could stay in Mistral, get your licenses at Haven, and come back to Argus. There's a lot of good you can do here. I know your mission is important, but it's not like you're the only ones who can do it. It's not the only mission that needs doing.
It's not that simple.
Yeah, you're not giving the great advice anyway, so it's fine.
I should go pick up Adrian from daycare. I'll let Tara know what's happened, and we'll meet you later. Good luck.
Hey, there's a cafe over there. Why don't we get something to warm up?
I'm okay. You two go on ahead.
You don't want anything?
We'll be right back.
You're beating yourself up, Sean. Then there was this floating leaf, and it was beautiful. This is his American Beauty moment.
No, you know who he thinks is sending him that.
Yeah.
Once, like a dream, you
I'm glad there's a monument to her.
looked at me, and everything
Pierre's still with you, Jean.
felt new. Some people fall in love for life, others never get it right. Love's fickle when it calls. One thing that I know for sure, longer than our lives.
It's really beautiful, isn't it?
You're my forever.
Her mom?
So I was wondering.
Yeah. Why here?
It's like,
She
so
trained here. Sanctum Academy. Everyone was crushed when she chose Beacon over Haven. No one wanted to see her go, but
could also be Thelma from
it was where
Scooby-Doo.
she wanted to be. I'm just glad she was surrounded by such amazing people.
She should be standing here.
She is. She understood that she had a responsibility to try. I don't think she would regret her choice, because a huntress would understand that there really wasn't a choice to make. And a huntress is what she always wanted to be.
Pyrrha never got the chance to graduate, but she was a huntress.
Yep.
Thank you.
John?
Gone. At least the powers there actually make me
John,
crazy.
why did you?
I'm sorry. I've been a terrible leader. And a terrible friend, and I... John, this has to stop.
We heard what you said to Cinder at Haven. You're not being fair to yourself. We love you just like we loved Pyrrha. We're teammates. Family.
We don't want to lose you two. I think she knew she wasn't going to win. That she might not come out alive. But she also knew she was the only one that could try. So she did.
Maybe we should too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should.
Pyrrha may not be by our side anymore, but we can fight like she is.
And in a way, she will be. We should check back in at the house. Come on. Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Hmm.
I've never seen him this bad.
Oh,
Come
God.
on, let's get him up.
Why am I on the stairs?
Surprised he's not covered
Probably
in
because no
vomit.
one's home, Uncle Crow. We've been out looking for Oscar.
Oscar?
I'm sure this looks great to the neighbors.
No luck?
No. You?
Don't worry. We aren't going to Atlas without him.
We?
Sorry we won't be staying.
No, you're not.
How about we get out of the cold?
Yeah, especially since
I was
she has
wondering
no
when we'd
sleeves.
get back.
Oh! Got some new threads, okay.
Sick. Are you okay? What are you wearing?
Is something cooking?
Oh, yeah, I thought
Heated
maybe
dinner?
you guys would appreciate a hot meal after spending all day looking for me, apparently.
It's my fault we were all out there in the first place. Oscar, I am so sorry for earlier. I was way out of line, and what I said...
No, it's okay. These past few days, I've been scared of the same things you were. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be me, but I did some thinking, and I do know that I want to do everything I can to help with whatever time I have left.
Good.
Good for you.
This team isn't the same without you, Oscar. The casserole!
Oh my God. On it, chef.
Combat gear looks good.
Yeah, Ruby, you're gonna have to
Where are you going
Fix him.
now?
I don't want to get in the way of your celebration.
You've been gone all day. Just sit with us.
Look, Ruby, I'm glad you kids worked out, whatever all that was. But the fact is, we're not a single step closer to Atlas.
Actually, I think I have an idea. But it's sort of a no going back kind of idea.
Well, let's hear it.
With Cordo on watch, only Atlas airships have the clearance to leave for Solitas. So, we steal an Atlas airship.
It's not just breaking the law. That's definitely worse.
How would we even get onto the airfield?
That part I haven't quite figured out yet. But I was...
Okay, stop. Just stop. Look, if this thing goes south, it's not something we can just fight our way out of. This is the Atlas military we're talking about. For your sake, just drop this.
That's the opposite of like a motivational speech.
I want to hear him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruby.
I want to hear him out. I know you're trying to protect us, that you're afraid we can't do it, but right now, I don't really care what you think.
Damn.
Way to go, Ruby.
Yeah.
Just because you don't have an idea doesn't mean we're out of options. Oz hasn't been here to tell us what to do, but we still managed to get this far anyway. We've been in bad situations before, and we didn't need an adult to come save us or tell us what to do. We just did it our way.
I am an adult.
And I say we do it our way. And if you think you can keep up with us kids, we'd be happy to have you.
Well done, Ruby.
Mm-hmm. That's why she gives speeches.
Looks like you didn't give her enough credit either.
Ruby is so great.
Yeah.
I love her ability to find sort of the light in the situation, whether that's hope or optimism or drawing on a positive past example. Like she finds something that can keep them all going.
Yeah.
I understand why Crow has been struggling to an extent. I feel like there's more to the story that even we don't know yet to explain why he's in such a terrible, dark place. We speculated a little bit with like Raven and his past, and we still don't we have pieces of it, but we still don't have the entire clear picture there. I'm really glad that basically Ruby has now kind of thrown down the gauntlet and put it out there like it's time to step up.
Yeah.
You've been mopey. You've been dealing with the baggage. We get it. We all have those moments, but now it is time to, pardon the expression, step the fuck up. Like, we're done with this. We're done with the moping. It's time to take action. And I like how Jean also found his own kind of step up moment. He found it for himself, but thankfully Nora and Ren were there to support him. Because, all right, he hasn't been mopey per se and like in the same way that Crow has, but he's been dealing with a lot of anger and just not known where to direct it except at himself. And it's been crippling him as a member of their team because all he thinks about himself and all his inner monologue seems to be towards himself is really toxic right now. And he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
And it has crippled him. And, I loved how Ren said, we don't want to lose you too, because like you are damaging yourself in a way that could get you killed in battle, like to not have the confidence, to not be able to believe in yourself and move forward the way that we all believe in you. So I love that. I love Nora's kind of inspirational and motivational speech in there as well. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to say everything. I want to give you a chance to speak, but like those are the moments I love. And then we'll get into some of the other stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, so Jean's sister was trying very hard to like pick him up and try and search for the right words, but they definitely were not coming to her because one thing she said, I was like, that those two things are not related. We're like, oh, well, if it was important, then it wouldn't be easy. Like, just because like it doesn't need to be hard to be important, or like, yeah, because I mean, like, breathing's important. It's pretty easy. Like, I mean, there's just certain things that that just didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, no, those two things are not, don't go hand in hand. Like, it just, if it's important, like only hard things, or something can only be important if it's hard. It can't be important if it's easy.
Well, I think also with that, even if she'd had the perfect words to say, there are times when you're in that frame of mind where like the person who loves you is somehow the person you can't hear it from.
Yeah, true.
Because it's so easy to dismiss with, oh, they're just saying it, they love me. Like, he really needed to hear this from his teammates, that he was a valuable, absolutely important part of this team, and needed to get his head on straight so that he could contribute the maximum he's capable of, because that's what they need right now. So yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, important and easy, not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
And also not exactly the same. At the same time, I don't even think if she'd said the perfect words that it really would have been able to sink in.
No, you needed to hear the words from Pyrrha's mom, who we assume it was her mom. She knew that, like, she would just, how Pyrrha would go into something just because it was like the right thing to do. And even like knowing that she might not succeed, it was the trying that was what counted and what was important, that she was going to do that no matter what. And so, I think that really is what that, and like obviously what Ren and Nora said to Jean as well, but I think that was like sort of the light switch went on for Jean. He's like, okay, yeah, like, so even if we can't, we can't think of a way to how to defeat Salem right now. I almost said Cinder.
See, that's what I do.
Salem right now. We will, like, trying, we still got to try. So that was nice. And props to Oscar for coming back. And I like his reasoning for it is basically he doesn't know how long it's going to be until Ozpin kind of fully takes over. Because, I mean, we haven't seen it in the past, really. I mean, we saw certain things where like Oz took over somebody, but like at what point does he become fully Oz? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But Oscar's saying that, he's going to use his time wisely and he's going to try to fight for something that he believes in and make his time left matter. So I thought, that was very wise and very mature and impressive.
I also think out of all of what they are all collectively and individually up against, Oscar's is the most terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he can fight this off. Ozpin is in him, and Ozpin is in large part in control. And so, like, to think that you might someday just be lost to this other person who takes over your body. I'm like, that's some dark stuff. That's really terrifying. At least with like Ruby and Crow and everybody else, like, they can physically fight what they're up against. They can take a stand. They can fight for themselves. And if they fall in battle, it sucks. But like, at least they're going down themselves the whole way through. Oscar doesn't necessarily have that luxury. And he has no idea what the time frame is on that. So what he's facing is terrifying. And yet he took a day. He shopped. He had a little retail therapy.
Yes.
And then he came home and he cooked dinner and he's ready to get to work. So, he was only gone for a day.
Sure.
Props to Oscar. The first scene was a fascinating scene to me.
I forgot that scene was even in there. I mean, just because like it did. I don't know. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, it was a totally different tone from the rest of the entire episode. And the backstory with Mercury is interesting. God, does he have a chip on his shoulder? Like, somebody put Mercury in therapy. He needs to work out some of these issues. But him and Emerald, their conversation and Emerald having a bit of this, crisis of conscience and what are they doing here was fascinating unto itself. But then I'm going to call him Scorpion because I forget his name, the Scorpion into the picture. And he seems to be encouraging the dissent. And so I'm very curious as to what this all means. Like, I felt like that scene was essentially like the chessboard being played. And I'm really not sure what those moving pieces meant, but I know that they were important somehow.
Well, they've been planting little seeds all along that, I mean, like, not all along, but like here and there, like every once in a while, once in a blue moon, they'll have something with Emerald where you're like, oh, she doesn't seem like totally in on this whole thing. Like when after the fall of Beacon, like there was all pure chaos going on. Like Cinder was loving it, Mercury was fine with it. They were sitting on standing on that roof or whatever, and it kind of looked like Emerald was like, this is not kind of how I saw things going down. You know, but like she did it all because she loves Cinder and
she's
like
loyal.
Yeah, she's loyal and like thinks of Cinder like kind of like as a mom figure. And so without Cinder, you know, does she really want to serve Salem? And like, she doesn't really believe in this cause? So she's trying to think of where her place is. And so I can see her later down the line making a switch and maybe helping out the good squad.
I definitely can as well. It'll be interesting to see, does her descent happen like before or after it is revealed that Cinder is still alive? Because obviously she thinks Cinder is gone.
Well, no, didn't I thought Salem told him that Cinder was still alive.
Oh, I don't remember now.
I think Salem told him in an episode that Cinder was still alive, like because when they all came back, Cinder or Emerald and Hazel, the guy like puts his like crystals in himself, and I thought Salem told her that Cinder was still alive. I think.
That's interesting. I honestly don't remember one way or the other. If that's the case, it's interesting that she's having this moment of dissent because I feel like she would just coast along until Cinder returns because I think she would assume Cinder's going to return.
Yeah.
So like that makes it all the more interesting. It strengthens her feelings of dissent if she's voicing this knowing full well that Cinder is alive and could return. And she's sitting there going like, yeah, but do I still want to be here when she does? Yeah. That strengthens those feelings of her questioning what's going on and her reason for being there.
But again, I'm not 100% certain on that.
I mean, the only flip side would be dramatically, it would be interesting if she doesn't know that Cinder's alive. And if she's having these feelings of dissent, she crosses the line to the other side, then finds out Cinder's alive and returned. And then she has to wrestle with her conscience and being on like the good guy side, which probably feels better to her and is more in line with her actual values, or her loyalty to Cinder and the fact that Cinder is on the other side of the aisle.
Yeah. And I mean, Mercury's got you said that Mercury has a chip on his shoulder, and like I get it, like he is another prime example of hurt people hurt, and his dad was mean to him and beat the crap out of him, and a lot of other terrible things done to him, but I still don't like Mercury.
He's a dick.
There's really no redeeming qualities about him. We're like, oh man, if it's only his dad wasn't mean to him, then he'd still be a good person. I'm just like, I feel like you were always on the path of the dick, and this was just your destiny, and your dad just helped you get there faster. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, hurt people. Yes. At the same time, that doesn't mean that you like go out there and jump in front of the train. You know, if somebody is a terrible person, it doesn't make it your job to give them a hug. Like they might punch you for it. Like, you know, there comes a point where somebody has to want to get themselves mentally, emotionally healthy. And if they don't and they're just a dick, then they're just a dick. Yep. And it doesn't matter what brought them to that. If that's how they want to stay, that's who they are.
Yeah. And we'll end it on that happy little note. Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want to get a month ahead on our RWBY reactions, check out the description of this video for a link to Patreon. Get early ad-free access that way. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for RWBY Volume 6, Episode 9. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.